Someone is 5 minutes late. Welcome to a special edition podcast here on this beautiful Monday, California Classic Day. I mean, it's the inaugural day for year number 2 of Sacramento's Summer League, per se, right? People like to say Summer League, even though the real name is California Classic. But breaking news, the Kings have signed Richaun Holmes right now. They signed Cory Joseph. I believe it was late. I would say it was today, but right when the day started, right? Like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I don't remember. I was asleep, elevating my ankle. But yeah, before we get into all the moves that were made yesterday after we went live with my guy Warren from the NBA podcast, this episode is presented by BLINDSAVE. BLINDSAVE's products are premium quality products geared with a unique feature. It is the first padded compression wear in the world that adjusts to a player's body. That's insane. BLINDSAVE gear is flexible and extremely comfortable. And most importantly, it absorbs hits much better than any other product currently available on the market. Visit blindsave.com for more information. Richaun Holmes, nice contract, 2 year, 9.7. So the mid-level exception, that's what the Kings had available to them after they rescinded the qualifying offer to Willie Cauley-Stein, who is an unrestricted free agent. Cory Joseph, 3 years, $37 million, I believe. The 30-year is partially guaranteed, just like the 30-year for Dedmon is partially guaranteed, just like the second year for Trevor Ariza is partially guaranteed. Shout out to my guy, Ken Catanella, who, if you guys don't know, is their salary cap guy in the front office, assistant GM. I don't know what his exact title is, but he does a lot of those things and a great guy to know. And he's done a marvelous job with constructing this team, this roster for this season, and giving them flexibility for the next 2 years, next 3 years to sign their own guys. So I like the approach after they kind of suspected that even if they would have offered Al Horford that maximum deal, that he was kind of hoping to go to a championship contender. I do think he would have been the difference in making the playoffs. If they would have had Al Horford, I would have been super convinced that they would have been a playoff team. Now, with all this depth, I do like it a lot. I still would have preferred the Capella, PJ Tucker, Eric Gordon over all these guys. No disrespect to any of them. That's just what I think. Doesn't mean that I'm right, but that's how I feel about this entire situation. But I do like the moves that the Kings have made. They have given themselves depth, something that they haven't had in a long time. Serviceable players, overpaid for all of them a tad bit. But again, if you're Sacramento and you are known to be on the upswing, you still have to overpay for some guys. You're not LA, you're not I can't even say Brooklyn because Brooklyn paid $300 million, but those bigger markets that players accept going to because they can get deals elsewhere. Being in a larger market, it all makes sense. But again, the Kings used their cap very smartly. They gave themselves a chance to re-sign their own guys in the future. Flexibility is so important for a small market team, and they're giving themselves a shot to compete for an 8 seed, for a 7 seed next year, at least right now. Now, if their young nucleus takes the next step that they should, you may be looking at a better season. Why not? Why not strive for greatness, right? You can't just strive for, let's barely make it and we'll see how that goes. No, you have to strive for the best possible outcome, and that's something that Vlade has given this team hope in terms of, I know what it takes to win, and I've set the standard, I've set the culture, I've brought in the right guys. In his first 2 years when he brought in Anthony Tolliver, Gary Temple, those type of guys, culture setters. And now your young guys took a step forward last season. You brought in your coach, right? And Luke Walton. Again, his coach the day Dave Hire got the Dave Yeager got hired was his guy. But then heard the rumors it wasn't really his guy. But now he got his guy. He has no excuses. Luke Walton is his guy. Even though he's been accused of all these allegations, it's a civil court case, and that may drag on for the next 4 to 5 years from rumors that I've heard. So he'll be fine. He'll be able to coach this season unless something crazy happens. But other than that, this team is looking pretty good. It's looking better than what they were Saturday, Friday, right? They got better, and that's all we can ask for, at least from a Kings fan's perspective. Now, what are people saying? This year, Kings had $60 million. This is the year to add talent, and we blew it because the next years you can't do that because you have to pay the nucleus. Again, some people are unhappy with it. I'm not that mad. I thought the team got better. Yeah, they could have added more, but at the same time, the team was good last season, and you can only expect them to take another jump, especially if De'Aaron Fox takes that next jump. If Bagley has that type of second year De'Aaron Fox had, if Buddy continues at the worst to stay where he was at last year, that's a pretty good number at 20 points per game. He gets better defensively. Bogey has a better year, similar to his rookie year. The team's going to be good. Dedmon is an upgrade over Willie Cauley-Stein, as I said yesterday. I don't know what that really means in terms of winning games. Hopefully it means winning more games and being more consistent. But I still think the vast majority, the bulk of the minutes will go to Marvin Bagley at the 5, because I see a lot of small ball lineup potential with the Trevor Ariza now in the fold, coming in from the bench, bringing that toughness, that veteran leadership. You kind of have to suspect that's going to happen, especially if this season a run and gun and just try to outshoot people. But they did get better defensively. Cory Joseph, a nice defender on the perimeter, very pesky. I like him. Richaun Holmes, he is a banger. The guy plays so hard. He outplayed last year's number 1 pick in DeAndre Ayton a lot. Hey, a lot of people, if you guys heard Ashley Neville on my show a few days ago, she likes him. Again, he brings that Chicago style, rough and tough and attitude, which is good. Similar to a guy like Montrezl Harrell, maybe not to that extent, but similar to that. And again, at 2 years, $10 million, essentially mid-level exception type player. Why not? I don't know the details of it because it just broke. I don't know if the second year is partially guaranteed. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I haven't looked at the details yet. I just want to come on here and just talk about it before we give you guys all the coverage of tonight's matchups. Marvin Bagley will not play. I believe someone else will not play tonight as well. But bummer. No Harry Giles, no Marvin Bagley. But you're still going to be able to see the second-round picks, I believe. And we'll be there providing coverage. I'll be there on my scooter on one leg. I'll be going to therapy, to my cryotherapy, in about an hour or so once E-Man picks me up. And then we'll head to the office. It should be a good day. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Someone runs into my ankle. I'll be pretty pissed. I should probably wear my walking boots just in case, just to keep it stabilized. And even though I hate wearing that thing because it's so heavy. But yeah, Frank's out. Okay. So Frank Mason's out. Thanks, guys. We shouldn't have a problem rebounding this year with Holmes on the team. Yeah, I mean, Holmes is a good rebounder. Again, he's tough. He's gritty. I like it. Mr. Dean says, Leo, yeah, but Buddy had his best year. He only averaged 18 points. He averaged 20 points, almost 21. Fox, well, he would be Drew Holiday type. I don't see a superstar. He only good in the open court. Bagley is the only one that. Yeah, I don't agree with that at all. De'Aaron Fox is better than Drew Holiday. No question about it. No question about it. De'Aaron Fox has a chance to be a star, like those star players that I'm talking about. If he develops a consistent jumper, and that's really all that's missing, honestly. Like once that opens up, like once he develops a consistent jump shot from beyond the arc, it's a wrap. Like nobody can contain him with that type of speed. It's just It's mind-blowing, especially when you watch him live. You're like, gosh. Like, I've guarded some fast guys, but this dude is like worldly. He's all world speed on the basketball court. On the basketball course, this guy says Dean talking out of his. Oh man, you think we have a shot at the playoffs next season? They have a shot. Now, will they make it is a different question, or it's a different answer. I'm not sure. I have to watch them play. I'm gonna go into the season. Obviously, we got to make predictions, right? And we'll probably change our predictions mid-year or 2 months in. It just all depends, man. The West got a lot tougher. A lot of teams got better. We're still waiting on Kawhi Leonard. Other moves like D'Lo going to the Warriors. I would have liked to get Andre Iguodala, to be honest. I was like, man, why don't the Kings say something? You know, like try to cut some players, make some cap space. They could have afforded him, I think, with before the Corey Joseph. I would have been happy with Yogi Ferrell there and trying to make some cap space for an Andre Iguodala. I'm not sure what his numbers are. I think they were pretty close to what the Kings had in availability before making that deal with Cory. I would have loved that instead, but hey, it is what it is. You can't be mad at the moves made. They were pretty solid all in all. I think the team is good enough. Sorry, now for me to start buying NBA 2K again. Okay, I like that attitude. I like that. Quite a Sacktown deal underway. That's not happening. They don't have the money. Run and play defense. We should be in the mix. Yeah, they'll be in the mix. Will they make it again? It's something different. I don't think we even beat the Rockets, and they didn't even sign anyone. James Harden is unguardable in the regular season. Warriors did Iggy dirty, and they did him dirty because, again, and that goes back to what I was saying about Harrison Barnes and how a team can just trade you if you show them loyalty. Like, loyalty doesn't exist. Andre Iguodala just wrote his book, and he went on the Breakfast Club to talk about that Mark Jackson pretty much got blackballed. And a lot of the executives that went viral, they heard that, and they didn't think twice about getting rid of him. So this notion or perception of loyalty in the NBA, that doesn't exist. I'm sorry to tell you that. It just doesn't exist. And I wouldn't say it's unfortunate, but it's something that I wouldn't bank on. I mean, a lot of people want to talk about, oh, so-and-so is loyal. Like, no, they're not. When it comes down to it, it's about them, their family, and then the organization. And I don't even know in that order. I think the organization probably comes a little bit lower, honestly, because the organization they can trade you at any point without asking you. It's a cold world out there, man. It's a cold world. Jimmy Butler goes to the Heat. That Sixer team got so much better. Al Horford. And then they get their point guard from the Heat, who I'm slipping on his name. Richardson and Al Horford on that team. I like the fit much better than Jimmy Butler. Much, much better. That team's going to be good. Make no mistake about it. That team is going to be really damn good. Al Horford, the calming presence that he is, the star player that he is in the playoffs. He's never missed the playoffs in his life. He's a winner. That's just what he does. He wins. And Joel Embiid's going to be so happy that he's not going to get guarded by him in the playoffs no more. He's the guy that made life difficult on Joel Embiid. He made life difficult on Giannis. Yeah, they still scored. Yeah, they still put up numbers. But those types of guys, man, that's why I was so encouraged when the Kings were interested. They were interested in him. Now, 4 years, $100 million from the Sixers to the Kings. Yeah, I would have taken the Sixers too. And I'll being honest, objectively speaking, I would have taken the Sixers job. Love the Kings to death, but it's a better situation to win the championship next season. They're the favorites. They have to be the favorites as of right now to make it out of the East, especially if Kawhi leaves. It's a huge possibility, and that's something that I'm hoping that doesn't happen where Kawhi goes to the Lakers. I'm going to be pissed if that happens. hopefully you guys enjoyed this mini podcast of 15 minutes or so. Just want to come on here and talk real quick about the moves that we didn't talk about. All in all, I like what the Kings are doing. Is it enough to make the playoffs? I'm not sure. It's going to come down to the development of the young nucleus. If De'Aaron Fox, Marvin Bagley, they take the next step, if Buddy at least stays where he's at or even takes a bigger step, which he should, no reason why he shouldn't take that next big step, the Kings are going to be good. So these moves alone don't make them a playoff team. It has to collide with development, with the improving development of the young nucleus. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to slap the like button or dislike button, whatever you guys think. I don't judge, but at least hit one of those two buttons if you watch. I know a lot of you watch and you don't hit that damn button. Hit it and share. Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you guys. See you guys on the next one.